Hello everybody, this is your friend Call Tactic, and today we are going to be playing Boss Monster. In this game we're going to have a 1v1 between Robobo and Xyzax. Yes, there's somebody named Robobo. So the starting phase we're going to draw 5 cards, which is rooms, and then 2 spell cards. Next we're going to discard 2 cards that they don't want in their hands. Now that they've discarded 2 cards, we're going to go ahead and reveal 2 heroes in town. Looks like we got a fool and a mage. The fool will only go after somebody who has the least souls. Okay, next we're going to have both bosses put down a room card, face down. Next thing is Xyzax is going to reveal his room. Xyzax will play Dark Altar. With this card he can destroy 1 room card to get a card from the discard pile. Robobo is going to play Minotaur's Maze. With Minotaur's Maze, he can send a hero back to the previous room, thus that hero taking the damage from that previous room. Okay, next thing we're going to do is go with the build phase. Each person is going to draw 1 room card from the room deck, and now they're going to place a room card face down once more. Xyzax is going to reveal his room first. Xyzax plays Spectre's Sanctum. When you build this room, choose an opponent. That opponent discards a random spell card. Apparently he's not going to play the effect. Robobo is going to play Goblin Armory. Monster rooms adjacent to this room have +1, so that means that Minotaur's Maze will have a +1, meaning it will do 1 damage. Apparently the bosses have no treasures for any of these heroes, so we will move on to the next turn. Now a thief and fighter enter the town, and they may go after either Robobo, or if Xyzax ever gets a treasure, the thief may go after Xyzax. Xyzax is now going to play another room, and it is Dragon Hatchery. This room contains all 4 treasure types, meaning that he can attract any of the heroes in town. Robobo is going to play Haunted Library. At the beginning of your turn, you may draw from the spell deck instead of the room deck. That means you can draw from the spell deck every time it's like the next turn. Now Xyzax is going to play an advanced room over Dragon Hatchery, and he may discard 2 room cards to draw a new room card from the room card deck. However, he's not going to play the effect. Alright, now we're going to go with the luring phase. Looks like the fighter and the mage are going to go after Robobo. The fighter will enter Robobo's dungeon first. Looks like Robobo is unable to defeat the fighter, so he will take a wound. Now Robobo will confront this mage. Looks like he's unable to defeat the mage too, so he will take a hit. He now has 2 hits. Alright, now that the turn's over, 2 more heroes enter the town. Looks like we have a cleric and another thief. The bosses now draw 2 more room cards. Xyzax is going to flip up his card first. He draws Neanderthal Cave. You cannot build an advanced room over Neanderthal Cave. Robobo will now play his card. Robobo plays Dizzy Gas Hallway. If the next room in your dungeon is a trap room, it has +2. Now Haunted Library is a +3 instead of a 1. Now the luring phase shall start. Xyzax lures the cleric and the fool, and Xyzax is going to go first with the adventure phase. The cleric now walks into Xyzax's dungeon and gets a significant amount of damage done to it. Its soul now belongs to Xyzax. The fool enters and he is automatically dead. Another soul added to Xyzax. Now the thieves enter Robobo's dungeon. The first thief enters the dungeon. His soul is taken by Robobo. Next thief enters Robobo's dungeon. His soul is now belongs to Robobo. Alright, next turn is starting. Looks like we have 2 clerics, which may or more likely go after Xyzax. The bosses draw another room card and play another room card. Xyzax reveals his room card, Bottomless Pit. Robobo is going to play what appears to be an advanced room card. He plays Recycling Center. When another room in your dungeon is destroyed, you may draw 2 room cards, which sounds pretty brutal. Okay, now the luring phase starts, and now the adventure phase. Xyzax attracts 2 clerics. First cleric enters Xyzax's dungeon. Robobo is going to counter and take one of the heroes out of Xyzax's dungeon, you will take the cleric with 8 HP. Cleric with 6 HP enters Xyzax's dungeon, automatically destroyed, and Xyzax claims its soul. Next turn, the bosses draw another room card and 2 more heroes enter the town. Looks like we have 2 fighters and the cleric from the previous turn. Both bosses play a room card, but first, Xyzax is going to play his level up ability. He's going to choose 2 cards from the discard pile and put them in his hand. Robobo reveals his room card, Dragon Hatchery. Robobo is going to go ahead and use his effect and destroy 1 room in his or her dungeon. Robobo destroys the haunted library, while Xyzax destroys a dark altar. Keep in mind that both effects can only be used once per game, so now the bosses can no longer use their effects. The cleric with 8 hit points now enters Xyzax's dungeon, takes significant damage, and is added to the souls of Xyzax. Fighters enter Robobo's dungeon. First fighter goes ahead and steps, and he is automatically dead. Second fighter now enters the dungeon, and is also dead. Robobo now has 4 souls and 2 wounds, pretty much tied up with Xyzax. Next turn, and there appears to be a mage and a thief. Both bosses once again draw a room card and place a room card face down. Xyzax reveals Zombie Prison. You may destroy the room card to choose a face down hero in an opponent's scorekeeping area and send it back to the entrance of the player's dungeon. He's going to go ahead and play the effect. Robobo reveals his. When you build this room, choose 1 ordinary hero in town and place it at the entrance of your dungeon. He's going to go ahead and play that effect. Xyzax is going to go ahead and play a spell. If you have fewer rooms than an opponent, you may build an extra room this turn. So he's going to go ahead and build an extra room. Xyzax plays Golem Factory. Once per turn, if a hero dies in this room, draw a room card, which the effect is most likely not going to work. Xyzax is going to play Princess in Pearl and attract a hero from town. Alright, the thief enters Xyzax's dungeon, takes significant damage, and is automatically destroyed. Thief enters Robobo's dungeon, takes even severe damage, and is destroyed and added to Robobo's soul pile. Mage enters Robobo's dungeon, takes even more significant damage than the thief, and is added to his soul pile. Since we are now out of ordinary heroes, and 1 is left, we now have to draw from the Epic Hero deck. Bosses once again to proceed and draw 1 room card from the room deck. Xyzax decides to play another Dragolich Lair. Robobo plays an advanced monster room. Once per turn, when you build another monster room, draw a room card. The Epic Cleric enters Xyzax's dungeon, and of course takes significant damage from the several rooms that are steroided, and is added to his soul pile. The Risky Mage enters Robobo's dungeon, and of course is annihilated and added to his soul pile. Right, next turn, 2 more epic heroes enter town. The bosses once again draw another room card. Xyzax decides not to play any room cards. Robobo is going to go ahead and build another room over another room. He plays the Crushinator. He may destroy a room to add +2 to all his existing rooms until the end of the turn. So he's going to go ahead and destroy Mimic Vault to add +2 to all of his rooms. 2 epic heroes are attracted to his dungeon and enter his dungeon. The fighter takes significant damage and is added to Robobo's soul pile. Thief enters Robobo's dungeon. However, he is also destroyed. Puny heroes. Alright, that's the end of the game. Robobo wins with 10 souls, meaning he has 6 ordinary heroes and 2 epic heroes, making it 10 points, meaning that he wins the game. I hope you all enjoyed this game, and I hope I made you all understand how the mechanics work in this, and we will have another 1v1. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed this video of Boss Monster, And if you want to see some more videos from me, feel free to subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comment section below about this game. Until then, please enjoy your games, and I will see you later. See you later. Thank you very much for watching.